So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to play a video from our company founder, Matthew Jang, and he is going to go into depth about why we've had so many success stories in here, why we're doing this, what's so powerful about this, why he created this system. And after that, I'm going to come back and do a Q&A session. So if you have any questions in the meantime, be thinking about those. Let me know in the chat. I see a bunch of people already getting started here. Congratulations. I'm really looking forward to working with you. I see we're getting somewhat close to filling up those 10 slots. So make sure you don't miss out today on getting that coaching, that sales floor closing calls for you. And also make sure you don't miss out on access on working with me directly. So I'm going to play this video from him, and I will see you in about 10 minutes or so and answer any questions that you may have. In the meantime, at any point, go ahead and press that green button to get started. No worries. The rest is literally just kind of going deeper into detail for people who aren't quite ready yet, haven't made the decision yet. But for those of you who are action takers, go ahead and press that green button, get access today, instantly get started. And I'm looking forward to working with those of you who have already gotten started. For the rest of you, I'll see you in just a few minutes here.
This is the guy that pretty much has created this entire system. And him and Julian Sherman, who you'll get to meet here in just a second, these are the guys that, I mean, they have a heart of gold. They're the reason we're in such a beautiful place like this. They've gone and spent more money than you can imagine to figure out all this stuff so that the newest person can. But I'm gonna go ahead and get Heart of Gold. I've learned so much from it, and I'm looking forward to guys.
Dude,
have fun.
Love you, brother. Hey, what is going on, guys? So, by now you guys should have a pretty good understanding of exactly when you guys could really see. So you got some perspective. You had Brian come out, and you really kind of just started to see, because a lot of you guys might have seen and figured out, like, okay, there is a way to make money online. Pardon? Yeah. So a lot of you guys might have seen that, like, there is a way to make money online, but if you guys have ever tried to look for it, like I did when I first got started, you find that there's a lot going on and there's so many pieces to that puzzle. When I first started on that journey, I was making $10 an hour at a butcher shop. And so I didn't really have much money to work with, and I kind of got started, but I just knew that, like, I was so sick and tired. Like, I would literally get up, go to work, grab a box of steaks, cut them into cubes, put them into kebabs. And I just got so stressed out with the job, but I barely graduated. I dropped out of college first year. I had no idea, but I tried multiple ways to make money online up until that point. I tried paid surveys and affiliate marketing and all these different types of things, and none of them really ended up working out with me. And really, if any guys have tried that, there's a lot of crap out there. Right. And so I got to the point where, you know what? I was like, maybe there is no way to make, maybe it's only for the gurus. Maybe it's only for the super affiliates that really know how to do all of this stuff. And maybe that's just not for me. Maybe I'm just meant to work at that butcher shop. And I ended up going back and just staying there for a bit. And I just got fed up. I got super fed up. I ended up going home one day. I got in an argument with my boss, and I went home, cracked a beer, which is my typical day pretty much. And I started going through my newsfeed right before I was going to bed. I don't know if any of you guys do that, but I'll go through my newsfeed before I'm passing out. And I'm like, I'll just check it out for 15 minutes, which quickly turned to 3 hours. I don't know if that happens to any of you guys, but I'm super grateful that it did, because what it allowed me to do is it allowed me to stumble across a video of this 19-year-old kid who retired at 19, his first year online, was making six figures, $20,000 a month, traveling around the world, doing the things that I love to do. He was actually going to Thailand, and that was one of the places that I'd always dreamed of going. And I saw that right away, and I could tell. I'm like, he's going to all the places I want to be able to go. He's making the money I want to be able to make. He's living the life that I want to be able to live, right? And if I wanted to be at those same results for myself, that was someone I wanted to be able to follow. And so I didn't even think twice. I registered for his webinar. I watched his video, clicked the link, registered for his webinar. I showed up. I took notes. And what I found was that I found a community of people that were not only showing people how to, not only giving an opportunity on how to make money online, but they were actually teaching step by step how to do everything, right? And so I got started in that. And what happened is it actually took me about 6 months to acquire a $25 sale, right? And I had spent a lot of money on advertising, and I'm going through and I'm doing that. I'm like, I'm going through and 6 months to make a $25 sale. And what we quickly found was that most people were not willing to go through and spend that amount of time in order to get a result. And so we had to come back to the drawing board and go, okay, well, yes, we were willing to, because I was in such a bad situation that I didn't care. I was willing to do whatever. But not everyone's in that situation. And so we needed to create something that was for like the everyday average person, the simplest, easiest solution for them to be able to go out and be able to earn an income online. Because what we were doing and what I was being taught was how to build capture pages. And then not only that, you had to split test them to make sure that they convert. And then great, you got a name and an email, but now what do you do with that? So now you had to learn how to do what to do with that. You had to manage that list. So now you had to buy an autoresponder. You had that name and email went to there. You had to learn how to write subject lines that made people open, body copy that made people click. But great, they clicked. Now where do they go? Now they go to a sales video or a webinar like this, and I'm just getting started. So you had to learn how to do all of that, right? Now they join. Now you got to do coaching calls. You got to teach them. There's so many pieces to this puzzle, right? And what we quickly found that most people weren't willing to go through that level of a learning curve. So what we started figuring out is that after about 2 years, I was able to quit my job at my first $10,000 a month, right? And so we're like, well, we kind of figured this stuff out. What if instead of us just teaching them how to do every single piece, what if we made it easier? What if we let them, because we've already done funnels that have done 7 figures, what if we gave them our funnel? What if we gave them capture pages that we knew already worked so they didn't have to build them? What if when we captured the leads, we mailed them for them because we knew how to write subject lines and body copy that made people open and click? What if we sent them to a presentation that we did, right? So that we knew that those people that were coming were going to get the right information that they need to be able to make an educated decision to take charge of their own life, right? And so what we quickly found is we were able to actually automate 90% of this process, right? And so over the last year, right, you saw a little bit of the stories from Brian and stuff, but we've had over 22 people, since we changed that process, we had over 22 people make $100,000 or more in their very first year online, and over 50 people made enough money to replace their income at their work and quit their jobs. Right? This has never been done. There's never been something this simple and this easy for the everyday average person to be able to come in with zero experience, no marketing experience. Heck, we've had people that don't even have a computer or know how to use one, right? For example, we had Steve King who didn't even know how to use Facebook at all, right? And he would log it. He didn't even know. He would do it on his phone, and his wife actually didn't want him to even do it. Right? And she's like, if you do this, this is not, we can't do this. So he actually had to hide and go to his in-laws' house, not even knowing how to use a computer or use a phone or anything. Just followed our training click by click, because we show you, it's literally like you're sitting over top of my shoulder or whoever's training, and they walk you through, click this, do this, this is how you do that. And we make it as easy and as simple as possible. And he was able to go on and generate $7,000 in his first month. And now his wife was able to do 6 figures. Now his wife, that was negative about it and told him not to do it, now she races him to the mailbox because he's able to go out and provide a life for them that they never even thought was possible before. And that's exactly what we can provide for every single one of you guys as soon as you guys click that button and you guys join and get started right now. Once you guys do that, you guys will get a call from one of our coaches, right, to make sure you got in okay, make sure you got all in. Once you guys get in there, you'll get started on your coaching process. And this is a 3-hour business planning and coaching process that you used to have to spend $40,000 to have to go through. And you guys are all getting that when you guys click the button and join right now for $99 a month. And you're going to go through, and it's specifically engineered to design to get really deep inside of you. Where are you at right now? What's your perfect day look like? How much time do you have to commit? Where are you wanting to go, so that we can take from where you are and where you want to go and bridge that gap, because every one of you guys are different, and we can custom tailor a plan specific to you to bridge that gap and get you there as fast as physically possible. So as soon as you guys click that one button below, or click that button below, you guys will be able to get started and get plugged in right away and have access to the most leading edge technology that's in the space. This is one of the things, and because when we got to the point where we got to the point where we're making $50,000, $100,000 a month, and I'll tell you this right now, guys, you guys might think that those are big numbers right now, but whether you make $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, you don't have any more fulfillment. You don't get more excited or more happy or anything like that. But what you get extremely happy about, and where I got the most fulfillment, and why we created the system and put $300,000 of our own money and continue to pay $50,000 a month in overhead in order to be able to give this to every single one of you guys, is because when you come in with no experience, you get plugged in and you're just willing to be coachable and trainable, and you follow the training and you get results, and you come back and you go, Anton, because you showed me, you literally transformed my entire life, or you come to me or Julian or any one of us, that feeling that we get, knowing that we were able to take you from a place that you didn't like and a job that you didn't like, and be able to take you to creating the lifestyle that most people only dream of, that feeling that we get knowing that we have the ability to impact people's lives like that, that's why we did all this. That's why we put 300 grand of our own money out of it. That's why we spend $50,000 a month in overhead to make sure that you guys have the best of the best to be able to go through, because there's no better feeling, and that's a feeling that you cannot buy. There's nothing you could, there's no amount of money that you could do to buy that feeling. And that's really why we're here. That's why I'm here, is to be able to help the most amount of people get out of the rat race. There's way too many people that are stuck, that think that, you know, the only way is to work a job and work 40 hours a week to make someone else rich, and then hopefully, you know, live paycheck to paycheck, and hopefully retire by the time you're 65 off a percentage of the money that you're already living paycheck to paycheck on. I don't know about you guys, but that wasn't a life that I wanted to live. And so not only did I want to be able to create this type of income and lifestyle for myself, I want to be able to help as many people as we possibly can. Just like Anthony, we're going crushing out 100. He's one of our 100K earners, walked across our stage at our last event, was able to get an award for that. And what I'm really looking forward to is every single one of you guys that now have watched this, and now you got this realization, you go, this is final. Now I see that this is real. I've seen too many people that are doing it. There's too many success stories, because if one person does it, sure. If two people do it, that's a coincidence. But anytime more than two, it's not a coincidence anymore. There's something happening there, and we are strategically engineering people to be able to create an income, to be able to create life by their own design. And it's exactly what every single one of you guys are going to have the opportunity to take advantage of when you guys click that button, lock arms with Anton, get plugged in with us. And I'm really looking forward to helping you guys all crush your goals this year. So take care, guys.
All right, pretty cool, right? All right, let's get this down. Pop my head out here. All right, sweet. So that was Matt Jang, our company founder, and he was actually that was given on a webinar that Anton was doing when they were in Cabo, Mexico, and they were all out there, as you can tell, in a pretty cool villa. And actually, back there, they had a personal chef making dinner for him in the background, and the Victoria's Secret models had been there the week before, and Oprah was in the next villa over. So it was pretty cool out there. And when I met Jang out in Vancouver, actually, a separate time, he was actually a really cool dude to hang out with, which was what surprised me. Is these guys aren't just about making much money. They're actually about living this awesome lifestyle and really helping others to truly create that lifestyle for themselves. So anyway, let's keep moving here. Hopefully that was very useful for you. So what else is going to be useful is when you have this working for you, and you're going to be able to say goodbye to the dread of waking up to an alarm clock, which many of us no longer have to do. The stress of fighting traffic. When you work from home, you never have to fight traffic anymore. Worrying about if you can get time off work, or not having enough energy to take care of your body after you're done with work. All right, so just quick story. Like I'm working with this guy who got started recently, and he got started because his friends were taking a dream trip out to Aspen, Colorado, and they were going on this snowboarding trip, and it was a dream vacation, and he had to watch them as he suffered FOMO, and because he couldn't get the time off work. Literally, his work wouldn't allow him to go, and so he's like, no more of that. So again, if you want the complete freedom to be in control of your time, click that green button right now. Let's get started. So again, here's everything you're going to get, right? The entire GAZ basic training in the coaching process, which people have paid up to $10,000 to go through before. Facebook ads training, right? Done for you automated sales funnel. Go through our business mindset mastery. Get in the mindsets of creating a 6 and 7 figure business. You'll have 24/7 access to our GAZ success team, right? And as some bonuses, especially for the first 10 people that get started here, ongoing mentorship and training, personal access to work with me and others who have walked that path that you're down and are going to be able to help you and answer any questions that you may have, so that you don't have to spend all your hours on Google and YouTube and everything else trying to find an answer, right? Proprietary value ladder, so you can make over $1,000 per customer and really help people at the same time without searching through thousands of offers on your own. And again, for the first 10 people getting started here, and those slots are filling quickly here, our sales floor closing sales for you, so you have the time to spend doing the things you love with the people you love, and you don't have to learn those skills. Again, when it's all said and done, valued at $9,685, you can get started right now for just $99 per month. So what I'm going to do now is open the floor for Q&A at any point. Go ahead and click that button. yes, get access today and get started right away. You'll get access to everything, and all these answers will be, you're going to have a bold new world opened up to you. And as you're going through, you're going to get a feeling of excitement. And none of these questions at the end here will really matter, but I'll answer some questions for people who are on edge and just need one final question answered to kind of make that decision and tip the scales for you, because I know how much of a difference this has made for me, and I really want to convey all the value to you so that you can have the same chance to make this game-changing impact on your life and the lives of many others around you, as you've seen so many people on this workshop tonight have already done. So let's dive right in here. All right, how do I know this will work for me? That's a great question. I get that a lot. And generally when I hear this, they're saying one of two things. You're either saying, I don't trust you, or I don't trust myself. And if you don't trust me, then honestly, I don't deserve your business. Don't get started. We can go our separate ways. No hard feelings. But you've been sticking with me till the end of this workshop, and I don't believe you'd really be here if you didn't trust me. So what you really may be saying is that you don't trust yourself, which I completely understand and can relate with that. And I'll share a quick story here, which is going to kind of bring the dots together for you here. So actually, the reason I got into personal development was because I was atrocious with women. I know that seems like it has nothing to do with anything. I was a virgin for a very long time, and my friends, old, not friends anymore, they used to tell me, Ryan, when you're talking to a girl, just take off your shirt and shut up. As soon as you open your mouth, you're going to ruin it. And so I had very low confidence around them, and I actually got into this personal development world because I saw an ad that said there's 21 steps to get a girlfriend. Like, no way. No, that's for the charismatic people, the attractive people, the good-looking guys, right? And so I didn't really believe in myself, because everything that I'd done before told me I couldn't do that, right? And luckily, I didn't listen to that piece of me. I listened to the other piece of me, which was telling me, hey, what have you got to lose? Give it a shot, right? So I made the small investment. I got started, and it's crazy what one decision can do for you, because that led me to finding another mentor, which led me to go out to his event in California, which led me to discover paid advertising and meet Anton and get into GAZ, and ultimately move out here to California now and live this completely different lifestyle than I ever would have if I never gave myself a chance and just had a small belief in myself that I could maybe do it. So we have no idea what one decision can do for the rest of your life, right? If I hadn't made that decision that one day, I would have never had one of the most amazing relationships in my life, and other amazing relationships before and afterwards. So um, get started, take that leap. Do you ever know if it's going to work? Not for sure, but you got to decide that you're going to make it work. So make that decision, click the button. Let's get started today. Let's lock arms. Let's make this happen. So all right, another question. Can I do this from anywhere in the world? Yes. Yes. I've been lucky enough to be able to take this all over the place. This business has taken me everywhere. Just to name a few, from Hawaii to Vancouver, Orlando, Vegas, all up and down California, Sedona and Scottsdale, Arizona, Denver, and Breckenridge, Colorado, just to name a few, and made many sales actually in a lot of those locations. So you can do this from anywhere where you have a internet connection. Can I work this around a 9 to 5 job? It's a great question. Yes. So as you saw, Gabriel earlier was working a corporate job, was able to quit in 4.5 months, just going to work after work on his business. And same thing with Jake Doucette, medical device engineer, 7 months. Aaron Frazier was an electrician, quit in 53 days. And that other guy, Jeremy, that you saw earlier, quit in 45 days. People doing it after work, right? You saw my story. I only had about an hour a day, right? So this is definitely something you can work around while you're working your job. Is there a contract? No, there is not. So once you get into this bold new world, if you're like pretty much everybody else, you're going to want to stick around for as long as possible, because you realize that this is something new and exciting and a completely different way of living that is going to improve your life in so many ways that you can't even fathom at this very moment. But at any time, if you decide it's not right for you, you can just Send a quick message to support, cancel at any time, no contract at all. All right, this is a great question. I want to join. How does payment work? So at any point, you can click that green button, get access today, and you're going to go ahead and put in either a credit or debit card. And if you put in your debit card, it's going to get charged right away. You'll get instant access. And at any point during the first 14 days, if you want, you can take that money back. It very rarely happens, but you have that option. And on a credit card, as you probably know, the credit card company actually pays for it, and you don't pay for it until your next billing cycle. So that's like 1 or 2 paychecks away. So even if you don't have the money now, you can put it on a credit card, and you'll have the money by the time it gets charged. So go ahead and click that button, put in the info, and get instant access right now. What if I join and I don't like it? We've basically gone over this, but let's run through a quick scenario here. Right, at any point you can get the 14-day money back guarantee, no worries. So let's go through best case, worst case here. Worst case scenario, you get started and you hate it. For whatever reason, you decide it's just not for you. It couldn't possibly work for you. And you go ahead and message support and get your money all back. Right, that's pretty much the worst thing that can happen. The best case scenario is you get started, you lock arms with us, you go through the training, you work with me directly, you get in our Facebook group, start masterminding with others, and just imagine a few months from now, even 6 months or even a year, right? Let's say it took you a year to quit your job, to walk out of there forever, knowing that you are able to support yourself. Would it be worth it, right? So best case scenario, you can take this, apply it, make an extra $1,000, $10,000. Even we have some people who've made up to $100,000 in a month. You can do that and drastically change the course of your life forever. So let's go ahead and get started today. Click the button. Let's get started. Let's make moves together, and let's get moving here. So I don't have any tech skills. Will this work for me? Yes. So all you have to do is run some basic Facebook ads, follow our click-by-click system or training, and we're going to show you exactly how to do it. So it doesn't matter if you've hardly used the computer before. It's literally over the shoulder, like pause the video at any point, do this, copy paste here. Super simple, you can follow it no matter what your tech background is. Same thing with marketing skills. If you don't have any, no worries. You'll learn it all on the inside, just like pretty much everybody who's joined. All right, I'm from a small town. Will this work for me? Yes, you can do this from literally anywhere in the world to reach anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter who's around you or anything else. As long as you have an internet connection, you're good to go. So click that button. Let's get started. Let's get going together here. How do I get personal coaching? That's a great question. So as soon as you get started here, we're going to go ahead and become Facebook friends, personal Facebook friends, not just a fan page, and you'll be able to reach me over Messenger. Right, so I'm not going to guarantee that I'll get back right away to you. I am busy. I work with a lot of people and have my own life as well. But I am going to be there, and we'll get back to you to help you through any roadblocks, even if that means encouraging you to find your own answers in the proper situations and allowing you to grow that way. And when it comes to the higher level stuff, really giving you some 5-figure, 6-figure input. Perfect. So how long do I have to join? It's a good question. You can join later, but you're not going to get that private coaching from me. You're not going to get me working with you a lot more because, truthfully, I work with people of action. I work with people who make decisions quickly, and the people who hesitate, just like that Napoleon Hill quote earlier, the people who hesitate really don't do much. They don't get anywhere. They think about it, they think about it, they think about it, and they never take action. And so if you don't take action today, you're probably never going to do it, and you're just going to look back at the people who did take the action and wonder, like, what if? Like, what if I'd actually done that? So take action today, especially if you want personal access to me, as well as our sales floor closing sales for you, so you don't have to go through the months of learning all that and getting on the phone, all that stuff. Let's get started right now. Click that button to get started, put in the information, and I'm looking forward to working with you on the inside. Why do I have to pay $99 to get started? If I can make money, why can't I just get started for free? Oh, I love this question. Um, so in business, as in life, um, business. One of my greatest mentors is an eight-figure, multiple eight-figure mentor. He says life is like a mirror, and business is like a mirror, right? And you find that when you have trouble investing, other people have trouble investing in you, right? It's like you're trying to dip your toe in the water, and instead of just taking the leap and swimming. So you never actually get in and you never actually swim and you actually do anything. So he who pays attention. And there's actually this great marketer, Russell Brunson, and he used to run these seminars for $10,000, right? And he used to invite out friends and family. He doesn't anymore. He'd invite them out for free. And he found that those people that got the information for free literally did nothing with it. They made absolutely nothing. Whereas the people who paid the money for it, they actually paid attention and they valued the information and they went on to make millions of dollars with the same exact information. Right? This is why so many people fail just reading book after book after book. They spent $10 and it's just not really that important to them. Or they got it for free and they read the PDF and then they never apply it. So not only that, but like we spend $50,000 a month to maintain all these tools and resources for you so that you don't have to spend over $200 a month to maintain them for yourself, right? So isn't it fair that you would contribute to that, especially, getting all the coaching and everything else done for you, right? Like anything in this world, we have to pay for value, right? We pay for value when we go out to a restaurant or for a personal trainer or for anything else. So why would you expect someone to give you something for nothing, right? So when you pay attention. Go ahead and it's more for you than anything else, but it's also just to be fair. Like this is very incredibly reasonable. So click that green button, get started today. Um, Even if it costs just 99 risk-free dollars, I promise you that when you get inside, you're going to realize that it was worth 100 times what you paid for it. Uh, I don't have time, or how much time do I have to put into this? We kind of went over this earlier. Um, when people ask me that, it's generally saying that, oh, I don't have time. I have a job and kids and all this other stuff, and I got a social life and everything. I've uh, I've run some math before. In fact, let's do some math together here. I always find this fascinating. Pull out the phone here. So let's say 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 168 hours in a week. Let's subtract 40 hours for work. No, let's subtract 50 hours. Let's just say you work a little extra. 50 hours. So that's 118 hours a week. All right. So let's be very generous here. Let's say you get 8 hours of sleep a day times 7 days a week. And that means that you have 62 hours left to do what you want with your time. 62 hours. And so when people say, I don't have time, I don't think I can make it work, basically what you're really telling me is you don't make this a priority. Other things are more a priority, whether that's entertainment, Netflix, family obligations, friends. I understand that. That's all important. I get that. But really, what you're saying is that you're not making this a priority and that you may be scared to try something new. And so that's really when I hear you don't have time, that's really an excuse because everybody's got the same amount of hours in a day, right? So let's not make excuses here. Like we said earlier, it's people either make money or they make excuses. Which type of person do you want to be, right? If you want to make money and make that different lifestyle for yourself, make this a priority. Put in the time, even if it's just a half hour a day, 5 days a week. You can get started with that and create a real income for yourself. So click that button. Let's get started right now and do this together here. All right, what makes this different from other programs? Well, as you saw, a lot of other programs, they give you information, right? They give you training courses, but then they leave you on your own. Maybe even some will give you something to sell, right? But they're not going to give you an automated $5,000 sales funnel, right? And even if they did, you will never get access to a winning community that's actually going to help you and hold you accountable You're not going to get access to a personal coach, I can promise you that, that has gone through it, that's trying to do anything more than sell you, right? Like selling, working with you to move up the value ladder is all very important, but over time you're going to need help with like the actual technical aspects, right? You're not going to get that anywhere else, um, unless you're paying like thousands of dollars per month, which is what most people pay for this, literally. Um, so as you saw, we have the perfectly engineered change agent, and especially we focus on the mindset stuff. So everyone else is just about making money, but that's why there's a 99% fail rate in the industry, because everyone's just focused on making money while they're having limiting beliefs about I can't make money or anything else like that, or they're have beliefs about procrastination or fear of failure and all these other things. It's impossible to create a different income for yourself, to work for yourself, to do anything else if you have the old beliefs. So we actually focus as much, if not more, on the person you're becoming, which is going to improve your health, it's going to improve your wealth and your relationships, than it is about the money. So that's just a few of the things that separate us from everybody else out there. So click that button. Let's get started. Let's lock arms together here and do it together. Um, what if I can't afford it? Let's be reasonable here, right? It's just 99 bucks. And like I said earlier, if you're just getting by, this is just probably isn't going to be for you. It's a business and it takes a little bit of money. Um, but I'll just share a quick story. This guy Cody Harris had about zero money. His actually parents were getting divorced and losing the house. Then he got in a car accident and broke his back. And so from the hospital, right, he spent his last dollars getting started. Literally, with a broken back, could not move, started running some ads with us, following our click-by-click training, and in his first year made over $100,000. Was able to move his mom into his house for a while, and recently went on he like rented out a private island in the Philippines with his girlfriend, right? Just a taste of what's possible when you really decide that you're going to make something happen. He decided he would spend his last dollar, right? People have they find a way. You find a way or you find an excuse, right? We've had people sell things. We've had people put it on credit with money that they don't necessarily have yet because that money is going to replenish, right? You'll get it back for the next paycheck. We have people get money from friends and family. Really, if you can't come up with 99 bucks, you do not deserve the lifestyle of your dreams. Straight up, I'm going to call you out if you're saying you can't find 99 bucks. You don't deserve the lifestyle of your dreams. So click that button, find a way to get started if you can't, and let's get moving here together. That's out of love that I say that, because I'm very grateful that I've had mentors that called me out when I was making excuses. I would not be here today if I'd listened to just to myself and let myself talk myself out of things that I knew I was supposed to do. So find a way to get the money and let's get started. All right, here's a good one. How long until I start seeing results? That's completely up to you, right? People like Anton came in, made 1,120 bucks in 8 days. There's other people who, Jesse Garnier, 91,000 in his ninth month with zero experience. There's people that came in quickly. I took a couple months to make my first sale. Some people get moving really quick. Some people never make a dime. It's completely up to you. It's completely up to you. So, how hard are you going to come in and work? How coachable are you? How willing are you learning, or are you to learn? So let's just make a decision that you're gonna make it happen, no matter how long it takes. So, like, let me just ask you a question, right? If if it took you 3 years of working, making $0 at all, 3 years, never making a dime, knowing that at the end of 3 years you would make $10,000 a month for life and you never have to work for anybody else again, would it be worth it? Give me a yes in the chat if you believe it'd be worth it. Because most people, when I ask them that, they say yes. If that's true for you, go ahead. Don't worry. You go until. That's how long. You go until it works and you make it happen. and you break through, and it's the greatest feeling in the world when you make not only that first sale, but you continue going, and then your parents and your family or friends or anyone else who doubted you, they smile and they start to ask you like, hey, what are you doing? This is really cool, right? So click that button and let's get moving today together. Get started now. Let's put in the information. Let's get working together here. Um, I'm interested in joining. Can you show me how to make money again? I'm not going to go all the way back through the slideshow again, but basically you make money one of two ways, right? Selling the GAZ system, what you've been showing here today. We're going to go ahead and show you, or take care of that process for you. So you have access to a proven offer that really adds a ton of value here. As you've seen here, there's a ton of value that you get to give away here, and you don't even have to do the selling, just Facebook ads. And then the other thing is our high ticket product on or products on the back end, or value ladder. You're going to be able to make money through that as well. And that's where you can make up to $4,000 per customer. Pretty cool, right? All right, getting close to shutting this baby down. How do I know this is legit? How can I trust you? Um, so I see some people go online and they search GAZ, and sometimes the first thing that pops up is something like scam alert. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. You'll see basically for anything successful, you're going to see a scam thing, and it's very interesting when you actually read those. First of all, the things they're saying are mostly completely untrue, and the second thing you'll notice is a link for you to buy their program instead. So they're literally just bashing you to sell their thing, right? So basically be intelligent about it, do your own due diligence, and um, really you got to decide for yourself if you trust me. There's nothing I can say to do anything. I mean, you can search me, Ryan Forrest, on my personal Facebook page. You'll see it's all legit. You've seen the names of all these different people we've shown on this workshop. You can reach out to any of them, right? They'll tell you straight up what's going on. And so anybody on the inside knows a lot better than to call it a scam or anything else. So they've seen some truly life-changing results. Do I have to spend money on ads to get started? No, you do not. That's the best way, but there are some free organic methods that we can show you to start getting sales for free. So no matter what your financial situation is, click that button, enter your info, and let's lock arms together here. All right, and we're pretty close to the end. Let's see here. All right, perfect. I like that question. I'm ready to join. How can I start? All right, just click that button, lock arms with us today, put in your information, and let's get moving together here. All right. So as you click that link to join the workshop, and now you've stuck with me the entire time, and you've seen me, hearing me talking to you now, you've begun to realize that this is something that can truly change your life forever. And you can join here over 103 people who've quit their job in a community of over 5,000 people who are all working toward it, that are working together to not only make an income, but to experience another way of living together, where we are no longer a slave to the corporate America and the educational system, which has been designed to hold us down, right? So I invite you to experience another way of living with us. That's it for me, guys. It's been an absolute honor sharing this almost 2 hours now with you, probably about 2 hours, and it's been real. For those of you who have already gotten started, congratulations. I'm really excited to work with you here. And for those of you about to get started, I'm excited to work with you as well. Congratulations. It's going to be a brand new world in there. It's going to completely open up your mind to the possibilities of what's actually out there in this life. It's allowed me and hundreds of others to experience a lifestyle that we never imagined possible for ourselves. And I look forward to working with you to make sure that the next year of your life is drastically different than the one you're currently living. So sayonara for me, my friends. Take care. I'll see you on the inside. All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye.